I'm Jason Karlowicz. I'm a professor of medicine at the University of Pennsylvania's Perelman School of Medicine. I'm the co-director of the Penn Memory Center, and I'm the co-principal investigator of the Penn AI Tech. I'm thrilled you're interested in learning more about the Penn AI Tech Laboratory. One of our foci are persons living with Alzheimer's disease and Alzheimer's disease and related disorders, otherwise known by the extraordinarily quirky abbreviation AD/ADRD. What I'd like to do today is help unpack what that means. Simply put, the nomenclature, the ways we talk about Alzheimer's are rapidly changing, and it's really important to understand what currently terms mean and why they've changed. So, I'm going to make 3 big points. What's the difference between Alzheimer's disease and dementia? What's the difference between dementia and mild cognitive impairment? And what on earth is this quirky term AD/ADRD? Dementia describes disabling cognitive impairments, meaning someone who achieved normal cognitive development and went on and lived their life doing the things they want to do, has developed cognitive impairments. And these cognitive problems with memory, attention, concentration, multitasking, are causing them to have disabilities, problems doing their daily activities like managing their money, traveling from one place to the other, putting together a meal. The most common cause of dementia is the disease Alzheimer's disease, the brain disease called Alzheimer's disease. But Alzheimer's isn't the only disease that can cause dementia. There are other diseases that cause dementia. Another common one is Lewy body disease, which the comic actor Robin Williams had. Frontotemporal lobar disease is another cause. Bruce Willis, another actor, had that disease. My point is that dementia describes a syndrome, a set of problems caused by one of many different diseases or maybe several diseases in the same person, and Alzheimer's is the most common cause. So that's the difference between Alzheimer's and dementia. Well, what's this word mild cognitive impairment? What is that? Well, mild cognitive impairment is different from dementia. It describes, frankly, what the word is, mild cognitive impairment. A person has cognitive problems, memory, word finding, multitasking, but they're not causing disabilities, but simply inefficiencies in daily life. Just like dementia, many different diseases can cause mild cognitive impairment. One of them is Alzheimer's, but so can Lewy body disease, frontotemporal lobar disease, and so on. So that's the difference between Alzheimer's disease and dementia. That's the difference between dementia and mild cognitive impairment. And now we're left with that quirky term AD/ADRD, or Alzheimer's disease and Alzheimer's disease-related diseases. This is a term that was coined by the federal government to try and capture all of these different diseases under one umbrella term to organize our national effort to tackle the problem of dementia. Probably in the future we'll have a different term, but when you see AD/ADRD, what we're trying to talk about is Alzheimer's, Lewy body disease, vascular disease, frontotemporal lobar degeneration, cortical basilar degeneration, and so on, all of which can cause MCI or dementia. So when you're writing your grant, it's important to make some decisions. Am I focusing on people with cognitive impairment? Am I interested in people with MCI or dementia, or both? Do I care what the disease is that's causing them to have dementia or MCI? Alzheimer's, Lewy body disease, frontotemporal lobar disease. Or, and here's the provocative closing point, if you will, am I interested in people who don't have cognitive impairment, but who have these diseases? Because it is now possible, using biomarkers, to identify someone who has Alzheimer's disease pathology even before they have mild cognitive impairment. Thank you so much for your interest in the Penn AI Tech Laboratory. I'm thrilled you want to use technology to improve the diagnosis and treatment and care of persons living with AD/ADRD. And I'm also thrilled that now you know what you're talking about when you hear that quirky term AD/ADRD.